really see the height difference isn't much.
So
This is me standing, actually.
you know, I know there's been big talk of this whole top 5 MCs, and you know, I know it's different for everybody, but Billboard, I can't agree with what they.
So Jada's album is called Top 5 Dead or Alive. Where does Jada fall in your top list?
Um,
Start doing something. I'm not answering that.
no.
Cool, Jada gotta be in top
Jada's probably if
top
I,
20.
Jada is probably between maybe. Face, didn't you say you had him at like what, number 16?
I didn't say the
You didn't say
exact
that?
number. No, don't put words in my mouth. Man. Look, man. Jada's high on my list.
Yeah.
He might. I really have to think about this because I haven't thought much beyond 5. But I mean, he might. He's definitely 20. He might crack 10. So I'm not. I just not sure.
Yeah, no. I think he. You know, I gotta agree with Face. You know, it's. You know, Jada's dope, but you got to think about, just you know the people that came before him that inspired him.
And yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So,
Like
I've
it's
got
like
cats like KRS, Master Ace,
Yeah, like-
Koji Rap. You know,
who else? I mean, there's.
I got Dre 3000 in my top 10 as well. Black Thought. I mean, come on, like
it's a lot.
Big Pun, Big L, like,
and that's not and trust me, Jada is super dope.
Yeah.
Super dope.
Nah,
It's not taking anything away from him. It's just, you know, I feel like there's some people that probably influenced him that may be closer to the top 10.
Another name that falls in people's top 5 is Scarface.
yeah. I mean, I can't be mad at that.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. You know. No, I said no disrespect to Scarface. I think he's dope too. But you know, for me personally, I gotta go with the people I was listening to. You know, listening to full bodies of work consistently. You know what I mean? Like Scarface, you know, wasn't who I was listening to early on. I kind of caught him on the tail end. We had the discussion about Pac. You know, I listened to more Pac at, you know, I think post Machiavelli than pre Machiavelli. You know, that's just me.
And see, for me, Pac is like some of my favorite Pac songs, and I'm not scared to say it. I wasn't the biggest Pac fan, but some of my favorite Pac songs are early Pac, like, you know, and 2 of which aren't on any album, they're on soundtracks. And
Yeah, Above the Rim. I know what you're referencing.
right,
Yeah.
Pain and
Yeah, those are classics.
you know, the other joint. But like, If My Homies Call, that's a favorite of mine, but that's early Pac. But yeah, you know, and that's the thing about these top 5s. Like Scarface is definitely worthy of a top 5. You know, it's just when you get into these lists, it comes down to who people are influenced by, who they listen to growing up, and you know, who rang, you know, what sounded off with them. Like,
Right. So you really can't be mad if somebody's 19 and they have Lil Wayne in their top 5.
You can't be mad at that.
Can't.
I mean, because hey, look,
they may not know any, you know, that much beyond him.
And on the flip side, for
flip
somebody
side,
who's, you know, 45, 50, they may have T. La Rock in their top 5. You know what I mean? Because for real, if it wasn't for T. La Rock, then it would be no LL Cool J. I mean, I'm just going to keep it all the way above.
And Melly Mel, you can go, I mean,
Yeah.
you can start naming.
You know, we could go there too.
It depends on a lot of things.
So, I mean, the beauty of it is that...
We got to ask Joe Budden.
Yeah, you're right. Joe Budden has the ultimate say in Woo.
No, the beauty in all of it, man, is, you know, this lets you know that hip hop is not dead, it's very much alive, that, you know, this conversation still matters. You know what I mean? So anybody saying that hip hop is dead, nah. I don't believe that for 1 minute.
Any female MCs in the top 20? 15?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Queen.
Second.
See, you know what? I can't put her in my top. She may be in the top 20. I'm gonna be honest with you. Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah's first album. Yeah, Queen Latifah's first album. What's the name?
All right, so can you put somebody in your top 20 who has a writer?
No.
I mean, but I feel like you don't know. Some of these people might have had a writer or two.
But I'm starting out.
If you know
consistently having a writer, I think my top 20. I don't think none of them, have writers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the ones I have wouldn't either. But you asked me about female artists in the top 20. I mean, Queen Latifah's there. Light is there easily.
Yeah, Light's there.
Rod Digger's up there for me.
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill, yeah. Some people would debate on that, and but I'm fine with saying I have Lauryn in there.
Lynn Q.
Lynn Q.
Was that the girl from X Clan?
Yeah, she was from X Clan, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Rage. I thought Rage was ill.
Yeah, but she's not in your top 20.
No. But
or top 50 for that.
What about Nikki D? Where do you put her?
Way past 50. She had
Bahamadia.
one song, man.
Bahamadia can get
Bahamadia
some
is dope. Yeah.
Yeah, Bahamadia, I forgot. Bahamadia can get some love.
I mean, some dope female MCs, man. Where you put Lil' Kim? You can't deny hardcore. That changed a lot.
But
that was time.
But she didn't write that.
I was gonna say we're talking about writers.
She didn't write that.
I guess you can't even mention Foxy's name because
no. That's why I can't put Drake in my top 10.
I mean, I think
now if you were probably 18 or 19,
yeah, he'd be in there.
He'd be in your top 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't forget Jean Grey either.
Yeah, Jean Grey is dope.
Jean is ill. So there's enough choices out there.
Yeah. I think the one consistent thing that we've agreed on was that Nas.
Yeah.
It's probably, if he's not your number one, he's definitely your number two.
Well, first of all,
and hold up, we agreed on this. If Nas is nowhere in your top 5,
it's a character
flaw.
Exactly.
Like there's no need to
first
even
of all,
have a discussion.
The people who don't have Nas in they top 5 have Migos, Gucci Mane and Waka Flocka in they top 5.
Yeah, I mean.
So, hey, down south is a totally different top 5, probably.
This could go on,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Because you
they may say UGK.
Jeezy, T.I.
Okay, I got something. Top 5 groups. Cause see, we
Outkast, EPMD, De La Soul.
Okay.
Black Sheep.
Ooh, interesting.
Interesting. I don't know. What?
Is that 5?
No, that was 4.
I'm going with Outkast, EPMD, Tribe.
Yeah, Tribe.
De La Soul and Mobb Deep.
Who has the better discography out of that 5? I gotta go with De La Soul.
I'm going with Tribe.
No.
Tribe's first 3 and then it's a rap beat.
But those first three could be a lot of groups' first 5.
I think EPMD got a hell of a catalog too.
EPMD got a catalog.
All those business joints were.
Yes.
That was tough.
Mob's first 3 albums.
Yeah,
but you know, and I'm not even looking at.
I think I'd give it to De La Soul, man.
Yeah.
I think I'd give it to De La Soul.
I'm a diehard Mobb Deep fan, but I gotta put, and I know I'm gonna catch some heat for this, but you know what? Bump it. I got Capone and Noriega. And the only reason I say that is because the War Report was classic.
But so was Mobb Deep's first album.
It was, but when you're talking for me personally, that the impact of the War Report and no one really wants to talk about it, like that was, I think that had more of an impact than the Infamous. That's just me personally. Even though when Shook Ones came out, my mind was blown. I was like, whoa. But Capone and Noriega's War Report from the top down was just classic.
Was Capone even on that album?
Yeah.
I thought he was locked up.
He was locked up during NORE. No, I mean he may have been locked up, but he still had songs on. He had
a couple verses
on that. Yeah,
okay.
on that song. But that's just that's my opinion.
I have probably Gangstar at number 6.
See, this is where I disagree with that. I got Tribe as number 1. I got Gangstar as number 2. I got EPMD as number 3. I got Souls of Mischief is number 4, and number 5 I have Outkast. In that order.
Yep.
So
I think Tribe and Cass are going to be on everybody's list.
Cass is in my. Did I say Cass? Did I say Outkast?
Yeah, you did.
Damn.
You can't take it back now.
Can't take it back.
Because I put Mobb Deep over Outkast from in my list. Yeah. It was just the East Coast thing with me.
You're going to have me hung up in the comments, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Straight
I'm gonna have you like Maverick. They be killing Maverick in the comments, boy.
Okay. Since we're doing top 5.
How long is this thing gonna be, man? People watching a 30-minute documentary.
Top 5 producers.
Easy.
Man.
Easy. Is it?
Go ahead.
Well,
You posed the question.
Yeah.
I got Preem.
Okay.
And this is in no particular order. Before I do the order, but this one because all these producers are dope to me. I got Marley Marl. I got Teddy Riley. I got I'm throwing Pharrell in there, and I got Dre.
We talking about greatest of all time now. I'm not saying Dre doesn't belong in there. I'm
Greatest of all time?
I'm questioning some of your other choices.
Greatest of all time?
Yeah.
Hip hop producers or just producers in general?
Hip hop.
Hip hop? So hold up, you wouldn't have Marley Marl in there?
I wouldn't have Marley Marl in there. I wouldn't have Pharrell in there. I wouldn't have. I like Marley Marl's production, but
let me just
hold on.
Block of time.
Hold on. First of all, I have DJ Premier.
Okay.
Large Professor. Just Blaze.
Nah. And that's not a shot to Just, but I'm just saying this.
Jay Dilla. Jay Dilla.
Okay.
I don't want to get killed for this. I gotta go with the mad rapper Derek Angeletti.
D-Dot.
He produced some hits.
Okay. But then you gotta look at it from this standpoint too. If it wasn't for Puff.
Well, I got Pete, Preem, Dre. That's Pete Rock, DJ Premier. For those who don't know. Q-Tip.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
And that's what I'm at. That's 4.
That's 4.
And I feel like I've done this before in another one of your videos, so I'm probably gonna have a difference in this time around. That's 4, and then I'm gonna say who should get that last spot? I'm gonna say Havoc RZA 9th.
Oh, stop, yo. Stop, cut. Just say Havoc RZA 9th, were you serious?
Yeah.
Nigga, pick one out of the 3.
Alright. The RZA.
All right. All right.
That's a good one.
I'm just curious for your picks.
Yeah.
What are you basing that off of?
I'm basing off of my musical influences.
Okay.
And like it was no particular order, but between Just Blaze and Alchemist, or like them, they flip flop. Like it depends. Like it might be Bink. Like
Yeah, I mean, and like
Bink definitely has to be in your top 10.
And the more I think
For
about
sure.
it, I might have Dilla before RZA. It's just hard, man. It's hard when you get in that last spot. The Premier, Pete, Q-Tip, and Dre is like super easy for me to just 1, 2, 3, 4. But that fifth spot, like, it could be Havoc, RZA, Dilla. Have risen at Dilla. It's a combination of all their names. Have risen at Dilla.
So when you talk to producers, it's like when you look at the greats, it's like they almost made time stop for a particular period. Like you think of New Jack Swing, you know what I mean? Teddy Riley probably between the years of 80, could we say 87 to like 1990. When did Rump Shaker? That was like what, 92, 93?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at what was coming. Look at what he was producing from in that period of time, and that's including Michael Jackson stuff too.
The Michael Jackson stuff was in the 2000s, wasn't it?
Nah, remember the time was what, 92?
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that was it that early 90s? It was 90s, but it wasn't that early 90s.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that early.
I have to do the research on that.
Yeah, I think you're going off on that one.
Yeah, I'm curious. When did Remember the Time come out?
Yeah, I'm gonna find out. You keep jibber-jabbing.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying.
I mean, Teddy. All right, so we did the research, and Michael Jackson album
91.
did come out in 91.
91, and Rump Shaker was 92.
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah. But now I was saying you can't forget the fact that Teddy Riley produced the show, so
yeah,
that's
and
a huge record for hip hop.
I heard he did It Takes Two.
Word?
Really?
I didn't know.
I didn't know that. If he did that, then
he did How You Like Me Now.
Yeah.
Kumo D.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
Amen.
But he did a lot of ghost production that he didn't get credit for.
I'm pretty sure.
My man, Cousin B will tell you, another true school DJ, friend of ours. It Takes Two might be the greatest hip hop record of all time. From a DJ's
I might have to agree with you.
Like
that song rocked for years.
Any crowd, man. You play It Takes Two.
Oh, by the way,
from
whoa.
Japan to L.A.
When DJ Face, that is one of his go-to records.
That's your go-to record when you in a slump. When you in a slump, that's
when he plays. When he plays It Takes Two, everybody just step back and let DJ Face do his thing. That's all I'm gonna say. That is his go-to record. We all have them.
I mean, there's songs you can cheat with, of course. It Takes Two.
But you can tell he practiced that song in his basement since he started DJing, and it's a beautiful thing to watch, man.
All right, thank you, Mark.
I'm just giving you a compliment.
It sounds backhanded, but I appreciate it.
Now you made a comment probably a couple months ago, like that I appreciated. You really liked the what's the dude? The singer from Chicago.
Who, BJ?
No, not BJ. The other dude that has the song with YG.
Oh, Jeremiah?
Jeremiah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's a hit. That was, I mean, it was a bona fide hit.
Yeah, I mean,
like DJs can't deny good songs.
No, you just know it. I mean, hit records, you can hear that within, the first couple seconds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just, from a DJ's perspective, regardless of what genre you're into, like, you gotta recognize a hit when you hear it.
Like, I can't be mad at DJ Mustard because he saved many parties.
Yeah, come on, man. from a DJ's perspective, you could run Mustard for about a cool
hour and a half.
Hour and a half and be good. Everybody looking at you like, damn, that DJ was rocking.
And even the Mustard imitators, they came after him.
Yeah,
true.
I mean,
True.
But question is, does that make you great though? Does it make you great? Because if you look at the Neptunes, there was a period of time where, probably even to this day, you could run Neptune joints for about a cool hour and some change.
And Timbaland.
I just had this discussion at a store around here, and I said, I want to do a party where you run nothing but Neptunes and Timbaland.
Damn, that was
production.
And they said hell no.
No. You could do a whole 4-hour party.
See, somebody gonna watch this and they're gonna.
That's fine.
They're not gonna do it like that.
You heard it here first, and
right.
But yeah, you could run a 4-hour party off of those two alone.
You talk about the Clips.
Yeah.
You talk about Missy.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm from Virginia Beach, born and raised. Timbaland is definitely in my top 10. I know he always, the vibe that I catch is that he feels like he's not, he's underrated. No, Tim is dope.
Timbaland is stupid.
Timbaland is.
He's in my top 10 for sure, and probably around number 7. He's stupid. Like you go back and listen to some of the stuff he was doing. It's just complete. Yeah. It was like Organized Noise had a completely different sound.
Yeah.
Timbaland had a completely different sound. Like these guys came out and just had completely different sounds.
When the funny thing is that I think what makes you a great producer is reinventing yourself. You know what I mean? Because I think when Timbaland had a run with the that type of skit, kind of, I don't know if I could put a name on it, but basically the 1 in a million kind of feel.
I think his breakout was the Lloyd Banks.
Well, no, I thought the breakout when he flipped everything was on the Jay-Z, was it In My Lifetime Volume 2, where it was there was a Snoopy track. That's when I heard that record. I could be wrong on the album, but when I heard that album and I heard what he produced, I'm like, oh, he's coming from a he just flipped it up again, and then you hear what he did on the Blueprint with the Hola Ovito. It's like that didn't sound like 1 in a million. It didn't sound like anything that he had done previously. So it's like, I think that's what makes you a great producer.
Didn't Timbaland do Big Pimpin'?
And Big Pimpin', yeah. Like that didn't sound like anything that he had ever done.
But it still was him though. It still had his footprint on it. Like you could tell that was Tim. You know what I mean? Like you say, reinvent. I don't know if some of these great producers have done much reinventing more so than they have just refined what they do to a more mature level after being in the game for so long.
Well, from a producer's perspective though, there's a certain type of, you have a go-to formula. I'm pretty sure at some point, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you reach that certain level where you're in demand, people are gonna ask you, well, can you make me this joint that sounded like the record you did with such and such? Now, to me, what makes the great ones great is if you can give them something entirely different and it's still a banger, but it still has your stamp on it. And I think, when you speak of Timbaland, the Neptunes at their peak, I think, there were some joints that sounded the same, but, they were able to kind of really flip it. You know what I'm saying? And still make joints that resonated not just with one demographic, but everybody. Come on, when the Neptunes did the joint for Britney Spears, they crossed her over to the quote unquote urban crowd, and we know what that is.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like a refined sound. I don't know that they reinvented anything that they did. You know what I mean? Like they had their style down and they adapted to the artist. I mean, Preem did the same thing. You know, he flipped the joint for Christina Aguilera, and it still sounded like Preem.
Yeah, it did.
You know, like you knew right away that was Preem, but you know, you got Christina singing on it. That's a step outside of who he was dealing with. But I just think a lot of these guys, I mean, you listen to what Pharrell or Neptune's, however you want to classify, did with on the Mayer Hawthorne album and what they did on Daft Punk's album. Like I'll play these songs out and people will be like, did Pharrell do that? And it's a Daft Punk, it's a Mayer Hawthorne joint, and it's it still has elements of a Khalees or Nori or whoever they did.
Right.
You can tell it's their sound.
Yeah. I mean, like when I heard Grinding, I'm like, okay. They said, well, we just gonna use a hi-hat, a kick, and a snare, and the one sound that I think it was on the Trinity. I mean, I'm a geek. I'm doing my geek thing now, but it was on the Trinity keyboard that part. I mean, and they completely changed the sound. I mean, yeah, it was still them, but to me, I think they really kind of changed things, and other people started to follow, like Tipsy by Jaquan. First time I heard that, I'm like, oh, they bite and grind it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
I mean, definitely, the Neptunes had some hits with Nori, of course. Like,
yeah.
That's probably Nori's biggest hit.
Yo.
Nothing.
This is the thing.
What?
No. It was Super Thug.
Super Thug, yeah. Yeah, Super Thug.
The thing about that record is, I remember freshman year at Howard, everybody was bumping Nore, and when you played that song, it sounded nothing like the album. You know what I mean? The album, for the most part, was just like straight New York hip hop in your face type tracks. You know what I mean? But when you heard Super Thug, you're like, what is this?
Was that God's Favorite? Was that the God's Favorite?
No, that was Nore.
Oh.
So I remember going to DC Live.
Boy, you got some stories.
Oh, I got stories. Yo, I remember going to DC Live, and I want to say it was either Trini or somebody was spinning that record.
It was probably Trini.
It was probably Trini at the time.
Trini be running that New York shit.
Mm-hmm. He ran Super Thug, and you just saw a crowd of women just dancing. And that's when you knew. I was like, yeah, they got something right here. And then when you saw the video, it was like, oh, I get it. You know what I mean? And then they dropped Don't Know, which kind of was the part 2 to that. So
what was the joint that Nori did? Doom, 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 doom. That might have been his biggest hit.
That's nothing.
Yeah,
that might have been his biggest hit.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest ones.
Because that crossed over.
Yeah, nothing crossed over. Exactly.
Yeah. You can still play Nothing to this day. That. Hey, look, if you trying to.
That's one of the illest.
There's a couple records that you
joints.
can play. Yeah, there's a couple records you can play that even for like a bad DJ, if he's like slumming.
Yeah, if you're struggling, just
throwing nothing. At least you get people back
nothing.
on the floor.
It takes two.
Poison.
Poison. All right. Rump Shaker.
Benjamins.
The Benjamins.
Public service announcement.
And
Jay-Z.
the Jay-Z, the plea, was it?
And any Beyonce record.
Any Beyonce joint. What is it? What's the Jay-Z joint with the Neptunes?
I Just Wanna.
I Just Wanna.
Yeah. True that. It's jams that get you out of trouble. Straight up.
After that, you're on your own.
After that, you're on your own. Hey, yo, if you can't keep up the momentum at that point, just go home. Hang it up.
Yeah,
hang it up.
Rap, B. 6 certified party jams.
What's you got a DJ story where you messed up or something got messed up?
Oh man,
I got one. You want to do yours first?
I'll do mine.
DJ horror story.
Oh yeah.
Here's my DJ horror story for you, And luckily, I caught mine early on. So this going to reveal some of my age as well. But I learned to DJ from my brother. My brother's about 5 years older than I am. So anyway, he was. I would always do parties with him, starting out when I was young, in high school, and I was the mic guy, But then I would get like 30 minutes in the beginning to like warm up and get used to playing for a few people. But my brother would do these huge college parties. He's a Kappa, so he's always doing the Kappa parties and some other parties on Towson's campus, Morgan's campus, and University of Maryland College Park. So we had one year, and this is after several years of doing these parties. My brother was dating this girl at the time, and who's now his wife, Nicole, and she told him one night that this is it. Like, I can't go to any. I mean, she's diehard. She went to every party. She sat in a chair. She partied. She danced. She hung out at every joint. But she was done this one night. She was like, I'm not going out. Your brother can do the party by himself. And when I heard her say that, I was kind of behind her like, no, I can't. But I told my brother, I was like, I need you. My brother was like, yo, you can do this. I know you're ready, man. Just go in there. You know what to do, whatever. And this is before Serato, some carrying records and all that. So this is at Towson University, Towson State at the time, and huge Kappa party. So I'm doing the joint. We got the same sound guy we usually work with. He always sets up speakers, 2 stacks on the side of the stage, and everything's usually good, and he just takes a nap the whole night until it's the end of the night and packing up. So I'm playing, and mid-playing, one of the stacks, now the crowd is in there. It's like height of the party night. It's like 12:30. We gotta end at 1:30 on college campus. So the party's rocking, and it is completely packed. And one of the stacks of speakers goes out, a loose sound all on the right side. So I didn't kind of realize until a few minutes, because I saw people like getting closer and closer and closer to the stage, and the crowd was just getting closer to me. And I realized it was because the only place they were getting music from was this left side of the speakers. So I'm like, damn, how do I get his attention? Because he's off stage sitting in a chair asleep, and I'm playing a record. I can't. It's no Serato. Like, I'm playing vinyl. So I'm like, man, and I'm playing. What was hot at the moment was Hard Knock Life. Jay-Z had just dropped that joint, so I was playing Hard Knock. I had played it earlier, Hard Knock Life, and I was like, and people were starting to get antsy. I started to hear people booing and stuff. So I was like, what can hold them down let me just run Hard Knock Life again, because that's a hit right now. So I did it. I played it again, jumped off stage, woke up my sound guy. I was like, yo, the speaker's out. You got to do something. While I'm telling him this, I hear the record skipping. Like, now mind you, this is a brand new record. Like, this joint just came out. It was on the radio, but this joint had just came out. I bought it, and it's brand new. There's no reason why I should be skipping. So now people are booing like crazy, and my sound man wakes up. He gets the second stack back up and running, and I realized somebody right in front of the stage had taken a wad of chewing gum that they had in their mouth, reached up and pressed it down on the record, and the needle was jumping over a wad of gum. So I had this brand new record with a fresh piece of salivated gum on the joint, and it was it. Like, that was it. I couldn't recover the rest of the night. Like, people left early. I got booed, and it was probably the worst night of my life, and as far as DJing goes. But I've never been there again, and I know it'll never ever get any worse than that. So I have that under my belt.
Wow. I think that just wound up mine, but I was over at American University, I think. Yep. And I was doing a party for them, and if you notice right here, there's a cord that hooks up from the turntable, the RCA cords. There was a short in the cord. Okay, so literally one of my friends, Tariq, shout out to Tariq. He was on the other side of the mixer, doing this all night long, trying to keep the connection together.
And you can stop doing that to mine.
My bad. I don't want to mess it up. So he was trying to keep the connection. The music was cutting on and off, and people were dancing. They stopped dancing. It was just a horrible night. I got booed.
Yeah.
I got booed, and I just hung my head down. I finished the night, left there as fast as I could.
Tell 8 million stories and forget where you got when how you got.
I think the bottom line is this: if you haven't gotten booed at least once,
I was just going to say that your DJ career is
your
not
DJ,
real.
it's not real. It's not real. That's just and that was back when that was back in 01, 02, when I was carrying vinyl.
I think my worst night was when I was DJing on a boat and I forgot my headphones.
Oh. Yeah. See, kids, what you don't understand. Let me just jump in here. What you don't understand is this is all before Serato. We had these, right? Just regular old records. If you didn't have your headphones,
you were sure.
Good luck trying to mix that.
Yo, how about
you couldn't hear what
you
you
couldn't
were,
look at waves.
You couldn't look at waves.
BPMs
right.
and all that.
How about I just plugged the mic into the headphone jack and had the mic up to my ear?
No, that ain't work. Yo, are you serious?
It worked.
Oh, yeah.
Cause you can use your headphones as a microphone. All right, y'all. It's been a wonderful evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta holler at you brothers. Sooner than later. Again.
Yeah, man.
And if this, to the people watching, if this interview is extra long, it's all because blabbermouth right here. I apologize. We didn't
let me
intend
tell you
to go.
something, man. I'm the quietest man in the room.
Until
you hear who's talking the most.
But no,
DJ Face, aka Sean Armstrong.
Hey, man. Thanks again, Gadget, for the good interview.
No problem, man.
Appreciate it.
You guys give good interviews, man.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Go cop. Please don't forget to go cop Oceanography when it comes out. Or at least download.
It'll be free.
It'll
So
be
download
free
the joint.
And Nfinit Prime.
What's the date on yours?
December the 9th.
December the 9th, and yours is when?
Probably whatever that Tuesday is before that. What's that?
I thought music comes out on Fridays now. You still sticking with Tuesday?
I'm still sticking with Tuesday, man.
All right.
Tuesday. First Tuesday in December, whatever that day is.
All right. Well, I'll put the date in the description.
Thank you.
No problem.